This is the book of Sirach, chapter 16, verse 12. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judgeth a man according to his works. Kol Holayim La, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Rakat, Quadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Sirach chapter 16 verse 12. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. He judgeth a man according to his works. And you know, when we get chastised, reproved, rebuked, cleansed, purified, because that's what it truly is when it comes to the worshipers, the true worshipers of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Okay? And also as a reminder for us to examine ourselves, okay, to when the Lord basically, you know, to put it in a regular man terms, check you on your bullshit. Okay, but when we get judged by and from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, our works are not the works of the world. Our works are not the works of unrighteousness. Our works are not the works of abomination, filth, perverseness, and amongst other things, man. Because we are attempting to do everything to the best of our ability to walk correctly and uprightly in this wicked, filthy, perverse, you know, diabolical captivity, man. So when we're getting corrected, you know, it's love at the end of the day, because, you know, the Lord has to continuously to strip those layers of leaven and to renew us and to build us up to the righteous Israelite or woman or man that he intended us to be. And, you know, the reason why I want to bring this out, you know, because I just had to go through a transition, and the Lord literally whooped my ass about maybe a month ago. Literally a month ago. I think 2 days would have been, this would have been a month and 2 days ago, but literally a month ago, the Lord, you know, was putting me through a lot of hell, dealing with this job, this plantation job I was at, you know, working for these, the dude looked like an Edomite, but, you know, his spirit didn't, you know, feel and perceive to be an Edomite. And then you had a Jake, you know, it was a 501c3, Shiva Jada's wearing just fake thug. You know, I don't know if he got picked on. You know, actually, I know his story now, because I have a huge family, and where he told me he was from, I have a lot of family in that area. And one of my younger cousins, you know, gave me the 411 on him. Okay, but that's, you know, that's not to be, you know, important right now. But basically, you know, not the other boss that looked like an Edomite, but, you know, through the spirit, I believe he might not be an Edomite, but the actual Jake was putting me through hell, man. Put me through a lot of hell, you know, staying spiritual, you know, focusing on the scriptures, you know, just focusing on my work, etc., man. But, you know, the disrespect kept on increasing, kept on getting worse. You know, the add-ons to my position that wasn't even in the description. When, you know, when I got the, you know, the position, you know, the add-ons to that, you know, so basically more work for less money. Okay, then, you know, the micromanaging again, you know, the constant, you know, basically just on my back, and amongst other things too. But, you know, I'm not going to go into all details and everything else. But, you know, it got to a point, you know, the very first time the disrespect happened, it was, you know, to a point when I first started the gig. And I'm not going to lie, I left. I called the other owner. I told him what happened. And I said, you know, to let him know, like, I don't take kindly to disrespect in general. Okay, but, you know, obviously it got worked out and everything else. But, you know, the Jake didn't want to take heed. So basically, a month ago, Let me read this again. Sirach 16 verse 12. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also. So the Lord put me through this for a reason. He judgeth a man according to his works. And, one of the reasons that I can say to be vocal with y'all is patience. Okay, one of the reasons is patience and endurance. And, patience also goes into suffering. So, the very last time before the Lord had me, because as we know, Proverbs 20 verse 24, a man's goings are of the Lord. So the very last time in that week, which that week was it was the 21st of Thursday was my last day. So it was the 22nd on the Friday. So that week prior to that Thursday, I believe it was either Monday or Tuesday, I cut my finger. Okay, it was my left hand on my pointer finger. I was cutting wire and I wasn't paying attention for whatever it was. And then when I cut the wire, I cut my index finger like in the crevice in the middle of it. And I mean, I cut it deep in a nice slit, and it was bleeding a lot. So I had to basically prep and stop the bleeding. Didn't stop for like another maybe two or 3 hours before I got to the gym. But that was one chastisement from the Lord. Now this is all gonna make sense once I spill it out. So that was one chastisement for the Lord. So that week, I was still going to the gym, still working, but I wasn't able to use my index finger. Well, matter of fact, you know what? That happened, that happened the week before the 21st. So that was on Wednesday or Thursday, because I remember going to camp. I still had the bandage. So, because it didn't heal until like a whole week, because the cut was real deep. So it basically the next Wednesday before the 21st, which is a Thursday, that's when everything occurred. So basically, that was the first chastisement from the Lord. So come up to the next week. Okay, the Wednesday, fingers started feeling better. Then the 21st came. Okay, the 21st came. And then there was another situation with this same simple 501c3 Shiva Jotin wearing goofy ass Jake, man. And it was just to the point, man, that I can't take it to this point. Either I'm not going to be carnal, but if I do be carnal, I know I'm going to go to jail, because this dude's going to call the police, man, because I'm going to try to hurt him. And I'm just being honest. I didn't do it. I'm just being honest with what I was going through in my mental state at that moment. So the Lord basically made me leave and just quit the job, man, because it was over and over and over again. And then the funny thing about it is the Lord had showed me something before I even started the job. But again, the Lord put me in this position. So once that happened, I basically sat back and I thought, I was at this job for 7 months. 7 months. Now, those of you that know, that's the number for completion. Okay? But let's grab this real quick and I'll finish the story, because I can't keep on talking without bringing on no precepts. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 12. And I'm going to start off at verse 6. For whom Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. Now, again, the Lord made me cut myself, and that cut was deep. That blood was bleeding for damn near 2 to 3 hours before I went to the gym. And then I finally got it to stop. Then on top of that, when I got to my bayaf, it started bleeding again. Okay, now that's that portion of the chastisement. Then, again, the disrespect. The Lord can speak through whoever he wants. So the disrespect might have been coming from the Lord, from something that I wasn't doing correct, that he wanted me to examine. Because I had a lot of time to think, a lot of time to, meditate, and to, just basically examine myself. In the midst of me being unemployed for about 3 weeks. I had a lot of time to think about everything and really, meditate upon every single thing, and, look at it spiritual. Okay? That's what the beloved Raj Managan always say. Look at everything spiritual before you look at it carnal. Okay? Hebrews 12 verse 7. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? Okay? And the Lord is going to chastise us. He's going to correct us, man, because, we err, we fall. Sometimes we slip up. And again, as speaking in a man's term in the world, The Lord is checking us on our bullshit. And again, it's all for the improvement, the betterment, for us to progress and to prosper and grow. Okay? In life and also in this ministry and in this truth. Okay? To continue to conduct ourselves in a righteous manner, and also to continue to scrape and peel off that filth that is still attached to us, man. That leaven that holds us down. What does it say in the scriptures? A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump, man. Okay? Verse 8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof are all ye partakers, but if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. So, it's a problem for you to have no issues in life and the Lord not really doing nothing to you. That literally shows that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah doesn't give a F about you. He don't care about you. He's not concerned about you, man. But the Lord is continuously chastising us so we can stay on point. We can examine ourselves. Okay? We can really, look into what is being done to us spiritually and examine how we have been conducting ourselves and where we may have been falling short. Okay? Because as it also states in I believe, was it Solomon, the Lord's incorruptible spirit is in all things, man. Even though, the Jake, he was a a-hole, even though, the situations that happened, the Lord could have still been doing certain things through him to me, for me to basically, examine myself. Again, spiritually, even though the dude, he was proud as hell. Very proud ass 501c3 slave plantation Christian. Okay? Very proud nigga, man. Okay, but the last thing also too is that when all in the midst, me cutting myself, had to leave that job after 7 months. Okay, then also after that, car issues. Okay, damn car issues come up right after that, man. And then bills got to be paid, paying bills, and then you think you got done with all that and all this, and here comes some unexpected bills, man. And you're just like, God, goodness gracious, man. The Lord, man. That whole 2 weeks, well, actually, that whole week in a few days. So I'll say like a week and 3 or 4 days was heavy, man. But I kept my composure. I thought about it spiritual. Like, look, man, the Lord has put me through this for a reason, man. Okay, He's put me through this for a reason. Let's go here. Let's let the Bible talk. This is Sirach, chapter 2, starting off at verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay, prepare our souls for temptation, man, because it's all around us, man. Okay, because you got to figure when we're attempting to walk up righteously and come back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and forsake our old ways, our old customs, our old ways of life, the devil's going to be trying to tempt us and, trying to break us, man. Okay? Verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. And again, that time of trouble can be the chastisement of the Lord bringing things upon you, man. Okay? Because as you have to understand and know that the Lord controls all. Everything is doing everything that has happened is the Lord's will, man, and especially towards His prophets, man. Because it also states in the book of 1 Corinthians, I believe, chapter 11, that we would rather be chastised, chastised from the Lord and not be chastised with the Lord. Roughly paraphrasing. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that real quick. And this wasn't intended to be long, but it is what it is. Okay, this is 1 Corinthians 11, verse 32. But when we are judged, when we're judged, when we're corrected, when we're chastised, but when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because of why? Because the Lord wants us to improve ourselves. He wants us to acknowledge any error that we have in us. Okay, because it says that we have to be continuously sanctified and purified by the word, man. Okay, you should always be striving to be better than you was the day before, man. And again, everything I'm saying is obviously to myself, but I'm just giving you what I was thinking about in the whole process in my mind, man. Okay, because when you have your own crib, you got a car, you got this, you got that, it's like humiliating. It's really humiliating to go I mean, this is me personally, man. This is me personally. It's really humiliating to go to your brothers, and say that you need help, man. Because me myself, I'm a very, very independent person, man. Very, very independent person, man. I want to do everything for myself and by myself, and that's the Lord putting you at a lower state, man, judging you, telling you, hey, look, man, don't be too proud or whatever type of spirit you're in to be able to lean on one another, lean on your brothers, man. Because to be blunt and honest, man, I don't have my family. I don't have my mother's side. I don't have my father. I haven't had my father's side since my father died when I was, between 6 and 10? Okay? I got some of my father's side here in Virginia, but my dad's from Maryland. Okay? So I really don't know my dad's side. And my mom's side is just demons, man. I haven't talked to my mom's side, which I never really talked to them, but I haven't talked to my mom's side since she passed away 3 years ago. So all I have is, my true family, which is the body, man. Okay? 1 Corinthians 11, verse 32. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. So the Lord is making sure that we're going to stay on our toes. We're going to fear him. We're going to seek him. We're going to always do what's pleasing in his sight, man. Okay, so let's jump back to Sirach. And I didn't intend for this to be too long, but the Spirit got me saying what I'm saying. So Sirach 2, verse 2. Set thy heart upright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Okay, so all these things we're supposed to refer and go back to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Send up prayers. The Lord knows what we go through because he's putting us through it, man. He wants to see how we're going to react, how we're going to handle it, man. Are we going to be carnal? Are we going to, seek him and be spiritual? Are we going to cleave onto him more and really take heed and spiritually think about what's happening and why it's happening? Okay. Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. And this is the type, when everything was going on, this is the precept upon various precepts that ran through my mind, man. Because I had one of the beloved Shar basically saying, man, I'm very amazed, and I'm glad that you handle it the way you handle it. The way you're speaking about it. You don't sound like you're too down and too this and too worried and etc. But obviously in my flesh, what's going through my mind, like, man, I hope the Lord's going to help me. I hope the Lord's going to, do this for me. I hope, and I'm praying for, everything else, man. But, in my spirit, in my outer appearance, in my flesh, I'm showing, that I'm basically, handling it. And, it's not bothering me when it was bothering me. And, Thawadi Yahweh Shem Yahushua Shem Kakadash, man, the Lord looked out, man. The Lord looked out, man. The Lord gave me something better. With more money. With more money, man. So, as a testimony to you, beloved Aki and Akwaf, man, the things we go through is for a reason, man. Look at it spiritual. Again, Sirach 2, verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Now, I was at a lower state, which I'm always at a lower state. But I was at a lower estate. A lower state. Because Because when you're humble and you have humility, you're not putting yourself on a pedestal. You're staying in a lower state because you understand your position. You understand the purpose when you have humility. Look at that word. So just to be put in a position I was put in, because again, all I have is my brothers, man. The body, my true family, man. I don't have, my family that I was brought out of, the people that raised me. I don't know my dad's side. I haven't known my dad's side since he died. Okay, but let me grab another precept because I don't want this to be too long. I'm gonna grab two more precepts and we'll close it on out. Because I quoted this and I'm gonna grab this. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. Do you hear that? But the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. The Lord knows what we're able to handle and what we're not able to handle, man. And again, that's why I also read in 1 Corinthians chapter 11 that we rather be judged and chastened by the Lord and not condemned with the world. Because if you're going to be condemned with the world, that's destruction. That's execution. That's deletion. So with us going through what we're going through now, being put through that furnace of adversity, being purified as silver and gold, we're going to have, Lord willing, we are those vessels, comfort. Okay? Preservation, everything that we need when all hell breaks loose, man. What does it say? Before honor comes humility, man. Yahweh Shah had to go through humiliation, man. Them spitting on him, hitting him, mocking him, all types of stuff, man. Him getting whipped, all that, man. He went through a great humiliation, man. So who are we to think that we're not going to be humiliated and brought low, chastised by the Lord and all these things, man? No, we're going to go through it, man. Okay? Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also, with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. And that's what the Lord does for us. That's what he did for me, man. Because I was going through a lot of hell, a lot of plaguing of my mind, a lot of nonsense, a lot of just worldly, wicked, 2/3 nigga shit in the midst of me, man. That I literally just had to, keep quiet, be spiritual, meditate upon the precepts, which, again, everything's done for a reason, man. And I understand it, man. I understand it. Okay, but let's close out. The point's made. And I don't want to rock this out, man. I hope and I pray that this is edifying, uplifting, and informative to the truth and say Aki and Akwaf, man. I hope y'all understand, man, because, the chastisement that I went through, man, which it was chastisement, man. First starting with the cut, then the Lord, making me leave my job, and then the car issue, and then the car issue, the car issue, I was able to get some minor things to, Lord willing, to resolve the issue, which I hope, that's why I say Lord willing, which I hope it still is resolved, but I was able to do some minor things to resolve that issue. Okay? And also, which I had to do today, which is, it's going to be premiering tomorrow, but, the day before, I'll say, since it's premiering right now. I also had to, buy brake pads and rotors for the front of my car because I got to get inspection. Okay? And that was another thing that I knew I had to do prior, man. But the Lord made a way for me to do all these things, man. Okay? And then, my mechanic, which he's an Asherite, very, very, very intelligent mechanic. Go meet up with him on Friday so I can, pass inspection. He going to take care of me, man. I take care of him. He going to take care of me. It's a blessing from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. And he don't charge me an arm and a leg, man. All right, but Salakia, Sirach 2, verse 9. Ye that fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, hope for good. And that's what we hope for, because we fear the Lord, man. You can tell by how we conduct ourselves, how we go hard, how we defend the gospel, how we give our all. You can tell, man. You can tell who's really fearful and really in love with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and who's really about the Lord's business, man. You can tell the ones that are really sincere and the ones that's just on complete bullshit, man. Okay? Ye that fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. And that's what we're hoping for, the joy and the everlasting mercy, because we're going to need mercy when the Lord brings forth his wrath, his indignation, man. Because it's going to be merciless, man. Spare not. Neither show pity, man. We want to have pity. We want to be spared. We want to be shown mercy, man. Consideration, man. Favor. Okay? Verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai and was confounded? Hey, man, we have examples, man. Do you think this is the only example that I've ever spoken about on a lesson? No. Brothers have given examples. Every brother has testimonies of us going to the Lord and seeking the Lord, and him always, and Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai always coming through, man. Always, man. Was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Again, we have testimonies, because one of the main things you hear in this precept is fear. Fear, 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 and trust. Okay? Trust and fear. And a lot of people don't trust in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and they damn sure don't fear Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. Verse 11. For the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction, man. And we all hoping and praying that this will apply in the very near future, in these last days to come, man. When the Lord again shows forth his wrath and brings forth his righteous, correct, just, balanced judgment, man. Okay? We want to see that full compassion, the mercy. Okay, and for him to be very pitiful and forgiveth our sins, man. And do what? And saveth us in the time of the affliction, because he's going to put the spirit on Esau to go ham. He's going to put the spirit on Esau to show all you simple monkey niggas who he truly is, that want to, fight for this devil. And all you other heathens, man. Okay, so, man, hey, look, man. Gotta believe, gotta trust, gotta fear, man. When the Lord chastises us, corrects us, it's for our benefit. So we don't err, we don't trip, we don't fall, we stay on our toes, man. Okay? I don't want to write this out, man. I hope and I pray that this is edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and Wa'akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.